Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Charlotte Ashman. Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything educational and inspirational. Now guys, in this video, I'll be helping students to prep for their upcoming PEP ability test exams. All right, so basically we'll be spending about a half an hour going through some questions and just having a great time with the students. All right, so I see we have 71 students on. Guys, today I want to go to 150. Yesterday we went up to 120. Our goal today is 150. And guys, I just want to encourage you. I am so happy that you're here. You were here yesterday on a Sunday. You were here on a Saturday. You were here on Friday. And I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud that you're taking the time, to join me in the evenings and study, so that we can study together. And guys, I just want you to know that you can do it. With hard work, you can overcome all difficulties. All right. So don't watch, as we say in Jamaica, don't watch no face. Just believe in yourself, put in the work, and you're going to see the results. All right. So I want you to be encouraged. Okay. And we know exams are coming up. Don't stress about it. It's just another day. Just get yourself ready. And as usual, I would tell you that the ability test is nothing to fear. It's just testing to see how your level of critical thinking, So it's nothing to worry about. It's no hard math tests or anything. It's just testing to see how you think. And that is how I teach. I want to make sure that you guys are thinking critically when you answer my questions. All right. So guys, I wanted to help me to go up to 150 today. Yesterday we were at 120. So share the link so we can go up to 150. All right. I see somebody say, because I might do bad. You're not going to do bad. Just do your best. And that is something that I want to say to you guys. Guys, we just want you to do your best, right? So don't want to feel like if you don't get 90, we're going to be disappointed, and nothing to be nervous about. No, you don't have to be nervous. Just do your best, guys. Prepare now, right? Like I said last week, think about this like the Olympics, right? Now is the time that you train, now is the time that you put in the work, and then exam day, that's the time that you run the race, right? So you'll be fine, guys. Just put in the work now. If you don't know words, you're going to look them up. You're going to spend extra time doing, a little bit more work than usual. Just put in the work, right? Somebody's asking how I am. I am very well. Every day is every day that I get up and I'm above ground, I am thankful. I love my life, and I love helping you guys too, All right, somebody said, hi, my beautiful teacher. Thank you. All right, so guys, let's jump into it. Somebody's saying that they're ready. I'm getting less nerves. I love that. Guys, there's nothing to be nervous about. Nothing at all. You're doing the work and you'll be fine. It's just another test, okay? And guys, after exam, I'm going to talk to you about just growing where you're planted, I'm going to teach you how to take on life and how to be successful. It doesn't matter where you come from. Just take it from this to get a girl. It doesn't matter where you come from, guys. Just stay focused. Have your dream. Work hard. The important thing, guys, is for you to work hard. All right. So let us just jump into today's session. And I see we're at 113, loving that. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I found a question that I wanted to give you as I start, all right? So it's a quantitative reasoning question. Most of the times we do, most of the time we do verbal reasoning questions, but today I wanted to see, all right, so zoom in my page the way I'm thinking is not working. So let's do it another way. All right, look at this one, guys. Look at this question. It says, there are 2 overall top performing students in a class, both scoring 501 in the 6 courses considered. The teacher has asked you to help decide who should win a prize. He gives you the score sheet, and we have the score sheet on screen. Jonathan and Mary. English, we see the scores for Jonathan, 83, 90 for Mary. Math, 76 for Jonathan, 76 for Mary, so they're tying in math. History, 87 for Jonathan, 90 for Mary. Geography, 80 for Jonathan, 60 for Mary. Science, 85 for Jonathan, 90 for Mary. French, 90 for Jonathan, 95 for Mary, and they both score a total of 501. So guys, who are you? Which student would you choose to win the prize? And I want you to give me an explanation. All right, so which student would you choose to win the prize, guys? All right. All right, so Princess says both because they scored the same. Chrisane says Mary. Crystal Walsh says Mary because she has higher score. That's what she said. She has high scores. Dayton is saying neither because it's the same total, miss. Life with Kendra is saying Mary. Neither. All right, come on, guys. Come on. I don't see the answer there, man. All right, guys, look at the scores again. Look at the scores. So for English, Mary scored higher, right, guys? Yes, they both scored the same, but I would not give both of them the prize because look at it. English, Mary scored higher. So Mary is one up. For math, they tied, all right? For history, Mary scored 90 and Jonathan scored 87. So Mary is 2 up. No, guys, pay attention. For geography, Jonathan scored 1 up, right? So Mary is basically 2-1. They tied on 1. For science, Mary won again. For French, Mary won again. So when you really look at the scores, guys, Mary would have beaten Jonathan in 1, 2, 3, 4 subjects out of the what is it now? 6 courses. So Mary would have scored more in 4 out of the 6. So yeah, and they would have tied on math. So technically, let me look carefully. Jonathan only scored more in geography, and that's where Mary fell down because Jonathan scored 80 and Mary scored 60. So yeah, for this particular question, guys, the answer here is going to be Mary. Yeah, Mary is more consistent, of course. Yep. So Mary would be the answer there. All right. Good job, guys. All right, guys, this question, I wrote it in a different way. I wrote it with a twist, right? Because all right, I want to see if you guys could figure out what the answer should be for this one. All right, so this one is written a little bit different than how you normally see analogies written because now you're going to have to figure out the second part. So rabbit is the animal as all right, guys, come. What's the answer for that? What is the association there, guys? Rabbit is the animal. Guys, I want to hear an explanation from you. Giving you guys a minute, not just to tell me the answer, but to explain why you chose what you chose for the answer. Let me hear what you guys are thinking. All right, guys. Well, guys, we're at 161. Awesome. Guys, let me hear how you're thinking. Rabbit is the animal as what? What's the answer for that, guys? Rabbit is the animal as... No, guys, this is not how ability test questions are. Analogies are usually written, but I want to see if you guys can see the association and figure out the second part. So post what you're thinking. Post what you're thinking. Not just the answer, guys. I'm waiting to hear. Yeah, let me see what you guys are saying. All right, let me see what you guys are saying for this one. All right, so Candy Cane is saying a rabbit as I think what she means is as a rabbit is an animal, spinach is a vegetable. All right, guys, and Candy is not and, it's an, A-N. All right, so rabbit is an animal and spinach. All right, so guys, what is the association there? And I'm letting you think. So rabbit would belong to the group animal. So we're looking to see what belongs to the group of something else, right? So basically, rabbit is a type of animal. So we're looking at what something is a type of something else. That's what we're looking for. Guys, remember, anything that we found for the first part, we're going to apply it to the second part. So rabbit is a type of animal. So we're looking for something that is a type of something, right? So rabbit belongs to the animal class. Spinach belongs to vegetable. All right. So that is why you have spinach is to vegetable. All right. All right, so let's see if we can figure out this part here, guys, this part here. And this is harder than how the ability test questions are usually written. So I'm just testing you guys. I'm testing you. I'm provoking critical thought. High is to low as what is to what? High is to low. What is the relationship between high and low? High is to low as how are you going to solve the second part? So I didn't even give you a word for the second part. I wanted to see if you could figure out the second part, all of the second part, by just getting high is to low. So what's the relationship between high and low? And apply that to the second part. All right, post in the comments, guys. High is to low. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Princess Luna is still on A because if a rabbit is an animal and a spinach is a vegetable, it makes more sense. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, high is to low. High is to low. We're at high is to low. All right, so everybody type in B. But you're not telling me the answer, guys. Keith is giving me something because Keith is saying, and Sabi is saying high and low are anthonyms. Yeah, somebody else is saying D because it's opposite. Yeah, so dance people is not rabbit. Stop spamming me, it's not me. Whatever. All right, because they're antonym, I'm putting you guys up. Guys, if you just put the answer, I'm not gonna put you up. I want you to give me an explanation. So Keith is saying because they're anthonyms. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. So if you look at the relationship between high and low, you can see that they're anthonyms, they're opposite, right? So you're going to look for two words now that are opposites. All right, guys, let me tell you something. You see, if you approach your analogies this way, you're gonna mash it up because guess what? You're not even waiting on the ministry to give you the first word. You're figuring out the relationship and making up the second part of the question. That's how I like to challenge my students. So yes, guys. So remember now we're looking at anthonyms here. High is to low. So whatever is gonna go over here must have to be anthonyms, right? So above is to below. All right? Okay. Look at this other one, guys. Pen is to write. Pen is to write. As what are we going to say? Pen is to write. What's the relationship there? Pen is to write. Come on, guys. I want the explanation, not necessarily the answer. I want the explanation. Pen is to write. So what's the second part going to be? Form the second analogy. Pen is to write. So first of all, tell me the relationship between pen and write. Pen is to write. So guys, remember I said to you, with analogies, guys, it is so simple. You look at the first part and you figure out the relationship. So pen is to write, guys. You use your pen to write. So you're talking about the tool and what it is used for. So naturally, the second part is going to be the tool and what it is used for. Like I said, this is harder than how the questions are usually written. But I want you guys to think. I want to see if you guys can understand the first part and just make up a second part that is totally related to the first part. All right. So Pen is to write. Pen is a tool and you use it for writing. So the tool and what it is used for. So let me see the answer that you guys have now. So pen is to write as, yeah. Let me see what you guys have. You use a pen to write. C, hold on. Somebody say, where is it? Boy, I found a nice little comment a while ago. See it here. Dandre Brooks. See, because the second word tells you what the first word does. Please put me up. Guys, remember now, you have two words, two words, right? The first part of the analogy. So pen is to write, and your job is to find out what's the relationship between pen and write. And then normally they give you one word, and then you have to figure out the next one. But right now, I want you to figure out two words now. I don't want you to just figure out one word. I'm making it harder. So pen is to write as can be page is to book, because you're looking for something, a tool that does something. So the answer has to be shovel is to dig. All right. So guys, you use a pen to write, you use a shovel to dig. All right, guys, we're at 166. Thank you very much. So my goal today was to get to 150 students on. I am very grateful that so many of you have decided to spend your day with me. All right, so farmer is to shovel as, what's the answer for that one? Farmer is to shovel as, what's the answer for that one? Farmer is to shovel. All right, guys, I want explanation. Remember, I want explanation. I'm a teacher of explanation. So don't just tell me the answer, guys. I want you to explain to me why the answer is what you're saying it is. All right, so give me explanation. I want explanation. Farmer is to shovel as, explain. So you're going to make up the second part now. What's the relationship with farmer and shovel? What's the relationship, guys? Somebody said, Miss, you need a book to write. I don't know what that means. All right, so guys, explanation. Farmer is to shovel. Guys, we're at 170. Guys, you're just awesome. I can see that you shared the live. All right, farmer is to shovel, guys. I am going through the comments and I'm not seeing an answer. Guys, with next week to go, you're making me stress. Guys, what's the relationship between farmer and shovel? All right, so guys, come on, man. Come on. Guys, look at what that question is. That question is basically showing you the profession, the profession, the professional, the person, and the tool that they use. Farmer use a shovel. Guys, come on, don't you know that a farmer uses a shovel? So guys, farmer is to shovel. A farmer is out in the ground and he's on his farm and he's using a hoe to dig. He's using a shovel. He's using a fork. Yeah, those are the tools that the farmer uses, right? So farmer is to shovel. You're talking about the tools that the farmer uses, or the tools that the farmer uses, right? So guys, what's the next part of the analogy now? You're making up the next part of the analogy, right? So we're looking at the person and the tool that they use, right? So guys, the best answer there is going to be person and the tools that they use. So of course, it's going to be musician, that's a person, to instrument. All right, so musician use instrument. All right, guys, of course, you all know that you're going to get and you're going to get a classification question in the exam. Which word does not go with the others? And you have mint, hibiscus, thyme, escallion. Escallion. All right, guys, come on. What's the answer here? Mint, hibiscus, thyme, scallion. All right, guys. What's the answer? I put up the person and said, Miss, I said my explanation. Please put me us. Miss, please, I love you. All right. Come on, guys. Mint, thyme. Mint, thyme. Whoa, a lot of you answering. Mint, thyme, hibiscus, escallion. Oh, let me just stop a little bit, guys. Let me stop a little bit. Guys, we're at 185. And I only see one person put a thumbs up. Let me see 185 thumbs up right now. Right now. And guys, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm doing this naturally because I love doing this and I love helping Jamaican students. I've been doing this since PEP started in 2018, right? And I've been doing it before since 2005 when we were doing GSAT on my Go GSAT website. So I love to do this. But guys, I want you to come to the system and just subscribe to the channel. And I also want you to give some thumbs up, right? So I just see one person. I want to see a couple of thumbs up, at least 10 persons liking the thing. Put it on here, put it on YouTube. So, you know, you thumbs up the video, all right? Not in the chat, on the YouTube, okay? All right, so guys, Candy Cane is giving me like a million and a trillion thumbs up. No, guys, I want you to thumbs up the video, all right? So thumbs up the video. I see 2 persons giving the thumbs up. I want to see at least 10 persons giving thumbs up, all right? Okay, all right, so guys, let's jump back. So which word does not go with the others? And we have mint, hibiscus, thyme, escallion. All right, let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. Mint, hibiscus, thyme, escallion. All right, guys. What's the association here? What do they all have in common? What do they all have in common? Let me see the explanation. All right, let me see the explanation, guys. Explanation, please, guys. Explanation. I'm reading the chat. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying. Princess is saying, all right, I don't know about that answer now. Hibiscus, because all are vegetables. Vegetables? Well, a hibiscus is a flowers. Please put me up. Guys, I can't believe it, you know. Next week, guys, next week. Hibiscus, because all are vegetables, while a hibiscus is a flower. Please put me up. Let me see. Hi, Brianna. Hibiscus is a flower. All right, guys. All right, so I would say mint, thyme, escallion. I would say these are all things that we use for cooking. They're herbs that we use for cooking, and hibiscus would be a flower, right? So let's remove this comment. So mint, hibiscus, thyme, scallion. So mint, thyme, escallion, these are all herbs. And then now the hibiscus now, that would be a flower. We use these for cooking, all right? So that's what we have there. All right. Let's see if we can pull another question. All right, yesterday we had a, all right, so choose a word that is a necessary part of the word in bold, and we have book. Question number 12. Choose the word that is a necessary part of the word in bold. And the word in bold is book. And we have, for book, we have fantasy, we have fantasy book, we have pages, we have comic book, and we have learning. All right, so come on, guys. All right, so guys, let's talk about necessary component. because you're gonna get that, or necessary part or essential part. You're gonna get that, guys. You're gonna get that. So let's trash this out right here and now. So, you know, when you go into the exam next week, you just know it. All right. So guys, so when you see necessary component, think about something that is absolutely necessary. You must have it, right? Okay, must have it. It must be there. It is needed, right? So for the thing to be what it is, that part has to be there. Okay. I think there was a question. Well, okay, let's not get into that. All right. So want to think about necessary component as something that is absolutely necessary. It is essential. It must be there. So the thing couldn't be what it is without that. All right. So that is what necessary component is, right? So let's go back to the question. All right. So guys, when we look at a book, right? Think about a book. Do we have to have fantasy? Do we have to have comic? Do we have to have learning, right? Are those necessary components of a book? No, but guys, a book would not be a book without pages. You must unbound and compel. You know, in Jamaica, we used to love talk about you must compel and bound. You must have pages in a book, right? So for a book to be a book, it has to have pages, all right? So for a necessary component, guys, it would be pages. All right. So guys, pages would be the answer. You have to have pages. You don't have to have comic book. That's not necessary. You don't have to guys, we're over 200. Guys, send up some thumbs up. We're over 200. Guys, all I wanted today was 150. Guys, I'm so elated. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, we're at 205 students on our live, and I'm very excited. Guys, I always believe that you could use YouTube and WhatsApp and all of those tools for education. And when I do something like this and I go up to 200, I really feel awesome, okay? So guys, 205, I mean, we broke the 200 barrier today. That's awesome. All right, so guys, this is gonna be pages. All right, guys, let's look at question number 30. It says, choose the word that is a necessary part of the word in bold. And let somebody say pages, put me up, please. All right, let's just move this question over a little bit. It says, choose a word that is a necessary part of the word in bold, and the word in bold is election. Let's see if you guys can get this one right. Election. So what is a necessary component of election? What's a necessary component of election? We're actually at 208 students. Oh my God, I am so elated. Good job, guys. All right. All right, so some of you getting this one wrong already. Let me put those up. Hold on there. All right, let me see. All right, guys, so you have prime minister, you have president, you have elector, you have deputy prime minister. Guys, remember what I just explained to you? When you think of necessary component, you have to think about something that is absolutely necessary. You must unbound and compel, must have to have it, right? That is necessary component. Guys, remember, necessary component means you must have it, must unbound, right? So when you think about an election, think about an election, guys. And you know, one of the things that I say to my PEP students, guys, election, you can have a class election, you can have a national election for, you know, like when we were electing our prime minister, when we were voting for our prime minister, you know, you have different types of election. You can elect somebody to be your prefect at school, the head boy, the head girl, different types of elections. So guys, don't get, I want you to open your mind when you see these questions, right? So when you see a question like necessary component of election, come on, guys, you must remember that we're not just electing prime ministers or presidents or deputy prime ministers. Yeah, you can elect different persons. You can be electing a student, you can be electing a house captain, whatever. No, guys, let us say that this is focused on a national election, right? And we're thinking about a necessary component. Let us even narrow it down to a national election. No, even a national election, Do we must have to have a prime minister, deputy prime minister? What was the next one? Prime minister, deputy prime minister, and president. All right. Now, guys, if we're in Jamaica, you know that we don't have no president, so that is just not a necessary component. So you can have an election without a president. Okay. Think about it, guys. Think about it again. In America, where they have a president and not a prime minister, so the prime minister would not be a necessary component again. So you can have an election without a prime minister. You could be voting for a president. You could be voting for a house captain, you know. But guys, think about when you're having an election, the one thing that you must have when you look at all these four options, the one thing that you must have is elector. You have to have people who are going to be voting. So if you don't have anybody voting, then you don't have an election. So elector or the voter, that is the necessary component. All right, let me see. Guys, most of you got that right. And guys, it is 7 o'clock. I have to stop. Guys, please join me here tomorrow again. I come on at 6 o'clock. If I don't come on at 6 o'clock, I come on a little bit after 6. Let me see if I can do even one quantitative. Boy, every time I give these number line questions. All right, so which fraction should be at position X? Are you seeing that? Which fraction should be, oh my God, you guys are up to 215. All right, which fraction must be at position X? Come on, guys. Position X, guys. And tomorrow, our goal, since we're now at 200, we want 250 students joining us tomorrow on our live. All right, so guys, position X. All right, we'll pass elector now, guys. We'll pass elector. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying. Sashan is saying that, Miss, I got 100% on my math test. Okay, good job. All right, so what should be at position X? Guys, remember I tell you that when you see the number line questions, what you're going to do, you're going to just count up. So this number line is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so this is going to be 1/4. This is going to be 2/4. This is 3/4. And then guys, remember when you see the 1 right here, that is 4/4, and 4/4 is 1. When you simplify it, you get 1. So guys, don't let the 1 throw you off. 4/4 is 1. All right, guys, let me talk to you a little bit about some tools that we have. And let me talk to you a little bit about the Learning Hub Academy. So guys, you would have noticed that I'm using a book from the Learning Hub Academy. All right, so I want you guys to just run over to the Learning Hub Academy and sign up. But let me tell you how this works. All right, this is how this works, guys. When you go over to the Learning Hub Academy, let me put my URL, www.learninghubacademy.com, learninghubacademy.com. Guys, when you go over there to sign up, you have a lot of courses that you can choose from. You have curriculum-based test classes, you have ability test courses, you have, if you just want to go through grade 6 maths, grade 5, guys, we cover from kindergarten all the way up to grade 13. And recently we started introducing special material for students with intellectual disabilities, right? So if you know somebody, a special needs students with intellectual disability, they can come to the site. We have digitized the entire curriculum for students suffering from intellectual disabilities. And guys, we're adding stuff for hearing impaired. So we're adding sign language and all of that to our platform. We're in the process of doing that. So we want to really help special needs students in Jamaica, guys. We want to really make a difference, not just in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, right? Guys, we have been doing this for 21 years. and we're not slowing down. You know, we just want to help students, right? So anything to do with technology in education, we want you to remember Learning Hub. So guys, we wanted to go over to the Learning Hub website and we wanted to sign up. Now, let me tell you what we have done, which is absolutely awesome. What we've done is for the ability test course, we have opened it up so you can sign up for free. You can use our library. We have an ability test library with 2 books that are approved by the ministry for ability test and 1 that is not. So you can go over there and you can use our ability test library, and these are all interactive books. So if you don't have anybody to help you at home, the books are interactive, right? And also our website is enhanced with AI, so you can ask a question and get a personalized feedback. In addition, you can always WhatsApp us. We have a WhatsApp line, so you can ask question and get a real person to respond to you. So you can go over to Learning Hub Academy. I just put that in the chat. And you can sign up and you can go into the ability test rescue course and you just sign up for free. And if you like the course, then you pay. So you don't pay before you sign up, see if you like the platform, see if you like Dr. Ashman, and then you pay for the course. Outside of that, I'm here every evening from at 6 o'clock, and when grade 6 PEP is finished, I'll be here for the grade 5 students and the grade 4 students. I'm also going to be doing something for special needs students. So guys, I want, I'll tell you more about that. Remember, special needs students can sign up on our website, that is Students with Intellectual Disabilities. And on a Saturday morning at 10:30, we'll have a special needs teacher, not me, teaching those students, right? This person is trained, they have their doctorate in special education, they will be helping those students, right? So if you know somebody who falls into that category, tell them that the Learning Hub has material that can help them. And pretty soon we're gonna have something for, our hearing impaired students. I said that before. All right, so guys, run over to Learning Hub Academy and sign up. I also want to show you 2 books, guys. So let me do this. I'm gonna put a question on screen, and this is going to be for the parents. They're eavesdropping. So let them answer this one, guys. Let me see if they can answer this one. All right, and I'm going to run for 2 books. I want to show you 2 books. All right, so parents, this one is for you. Let's see if we can get that question right. All right, and if a student gets it right, proper explanation, guys, I'm gonna let the parents pay. Let them pay, guys, let them pay, let them pay, let them pay. All right, so I have a question up on screen. Question 26, work that out for me, guys. All right, guys. Are you done with this particular question? All right, guys, let's see if we got that right. Let's look at these comments. Parents. All right, so Blossom is saying, oh, Blossom, I just clicked on you, but oof, you're gone. All right, a number of persons are saying C. Some persons saying A. Blossom, I found you back because you're the first person I saw. The information is provided is sufficient to determine the answer. Blossom, that's what you're saying? All right, let's look. All right, so the numbers 1 through 10 are placed in a bag. Audrey picks a number from the bag, then performs the operation stated under column A and column B on the number. Which of the following is possible? And you're going to get a question similar to this. All right, triple the number, then multiply by 1. So guys, all you're going to do is just pick a number, right? So just pick a number, guys. When you get this question, just pick a number. Let's say they pick a number 1 through 10. I'm going to pick the number 2. So we're just going to pick the number 2. So we just pick a number. All right, so let's pick the number 2, and we're going to do everything that they say in column A on 2, and we're going to do the same. We're going to do everything they say in column B on 2, and let's see what we get. All right, so we'll pick the number 2. So we triple the number. Going to triple 2. All right, so when we triple 2, guys, what is going to be the answer? Triple the number means we multiply by 3. So what is going to be the answer? So guys, let us say that we pick the number 2. Tell me what column A is going to be and what column B is going to be. All right, so triple the number, we're going to multiply by 3. So we're going to get triple the number, then multiply by 1. So 2 times 3 is going to give us 6. 6 times 1 is 6. Multiply the number by 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So column A is going to be equal to column B. And guys, if you pick any number, you will get the same results. So if we pick the number 3, triple the number, that is going to be 9. 9 multiplied by 1 is still 9. Multiply 3 by 3, you're going to get 9. So guys, any way you take it, you're going to realize that the number in column A is going to be equal to the number in column B. So the answer there is C. I see some of you got that wrong. My mom said C. Yeah, easy lifestyle. Tell your mom that she's so smart. All right, good job, guys. That's the last question for today. Guys, remember you can get that book on the Learning Hub Academy website. Guys, this book, especially for my students in grade 4, this book will teach you how to think critically. You have the explanations at the back, and you have a lot of different strategies being used to teach you how to think critically, right? So this is a good book to get. And guys, if you are just polishing up for the exam, you can get this quantitative reasoning book. Go through all of these questions and you should be good. You have 200 questions in there. And of course, this is approved by the ministry. And this is also approved by the ministry. Guys, if you want, you can get those books. Our office is in Manor Park. And of course, these books are sold at the bookstore. And I'm going to post my WhatsApp number by now. Everybody should know my WhatsApp number in Jamaica. It's 876-351-7777. And of course, I'm Dr. Ashman. So guys, you can WhatsApp me if you want to just swing by the office to come and collect one of this. This is just $1,000. And I mean, this I'm selling to grade 4 students who are just starting out in ability tests and you're learning how to think critically. All right. So guys, I see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Make sure you go to the Learning Hub Academy and you sign up, and make sure if you know somebody who is intellectually challenged, tell them that we have programs on Learning Hub for special needs students. If you know somebody in basic school, we have basic school program, we have high school programs. If you want to use the website before committing, that is before spending a cent, you can. All you have to do is just send Dr. Ashman a message, 876-351-7777, and I'll set you up. All right. Thank you guys so much for spending your evening with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Somebody said, please put me up. I've been here since day 1. You see me put you up, Armani? Bye, guys.